for like a week or so, but we just now deciding to pop back up on the scene, and we decided to do this one randomly. So y'all make sure that y'all tap in, y'all hit the like button. Also, we have a new sponsorship. I don't know if Fanny have the sponsorship ready now at this correct moment, but we do have a new sponsorship. So shout out to those guys. We're gonna be rocking out with those guys tomorrow. But as for now, tap in with luxury diapers, and Fanny's gonna give y'all the information on that, man. Fanny, drop it for him like it's hot.
Hey, 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 everybody. Thank you for joining us. But before we talk about our sponsor, I want to say shout out to the replay gang. Of course, our faves, Reverb Nation, the Cloud Watchers, all the beautiful people who will be entering the chat. Thank you, Bean Hun. Thank you so much for joining us. You're first on the scene. Thank you so much for being here. Kiana, thank you so much for being here as well. Um, TSM, how are you doing? How are you doing?
Hey, you know what? I can't complain. I'm actually doing good. It's been like a long week for me, man. That the hospitals, the ins and outs. You obviously know it's been real long for me, and frustrating for the most part. I think like within all like my hospital visits, like the surgeries, the treatments, the being shot 8 times, like this was like one of the absolute worst because like I felt like I never felt like yo. I'm like, I felt like my soul was leaving my body. Like every single day, I'm like, yo, all right, that's it. Like, you know how sometimes people like will go into surgery or something and they'll be doing good like the first 3, 5 days, even a week. And then afterwards, like something just happened and they gone. Like, I felt like, yo, it's scary because I went several times. I had to go to 3 different locations. One telling me I'm fine, the other one telling me, like, you lucky you came when you did. Then another one telling me like, "Yo, why haven't you been seen? You've been to this first hospital. Why didn't they send you?" And so it was long for me, but I'm glad that it's all over with, and I'm really ready to bounce back. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat too, by the way. Much respect to y'all. Make sure that y'all hit the thumbs up if y'all enjoying this. Even if y'all not, y'all disliking it. Hell, hit the thumbs down. Give us some algorithm run on.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, it's good to have you back. I know that you were missed by so many. Thank you, and I'm glad you're feeling better and doing better. So you were truly missed, that's for sure. Hey, Kiana, thank you so much. Um, Kiana, if you don't mind, if the person Beanie Hun come back in, can you just remove them from the chat? Because I want to make it very, very clear to everybody in here that this is not the platform for disrespect, whether it be of myself or TSM. Disrespect will not be tolerated in any form at all. If this is not something that you enjoy, or if you have an issue with either myself or TSM, we just ask you to respectfully remove yourself from this platform because it will not be tolerated. We are not in kindergarten, we're all adults over here. So if you have an issue or if you come over here and you want to be rude, just leave. Just leave.
I mean, at this point though,
Moderators.
Fanny, at this point for me, I think it's. I used to let it upset me. I think it's hilarious now because man, half of these people don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Half of them do know, but half of them just don't even know the things that I've accomplished. A lot of them just don't know. They just see somebody scrolling across YouTube and they see what they call a wannabe rapper. They don't know my accomplishments. They don't take time to go Google who I am, to check my verifications, to check my RIA certification. They don't go do the time to check in on a business. Some people, they get on here and they scream at entertainment. Yo, this is money making entertainment. Like me, I'm actually legitimate. This is LLC. I'm the real deal. You know what I'm saying? I might not be making as much as your favorite rapper is right now, but I'm absolutely 100% on all of my masters. I'm bringing artists in. And so I think I'm doing what I need to do right now for people like that to be talking. And so I embrace the hate. So continue to do continue to do what y'all got to do, man.
But this is a platform for mature people. We don't have time for kindergarten rhetoric or high school nonsense because we over here to give you guys news you can use and as well as entertainment as well. So Once again, if you over here on some disrespect, we just ask that you graciously remove yourself, whether you be in a comment section, whether you're in the chat, whether you have anything, because at the end of the day, it's like TSM will tell you straight up about me. I don't give a damn if you dislike me. I don't give a damn. Matter of fact, that makes my day, makes my evening, because I don't give a damn. And I'm pretty sure he don't give a damn if you don't like him either. So, with that being said, I want to say shout out to Reverb Nation, the Cloud Watchers, the Replay Game as well, and all the beautiful people in the chat. And let's get into our sponsors. Shout out to Millie Moon Diapers for our Wiggle Our Waddlers and our beautiful toddlers. Get your luxury diapers at Millie Moon Diapers. You will use the promo code YOLEAKS to get your 15% off of your luxury diapers. Thank you, Kiana. Thank you so much for removing that person. I hope they have a joy the rest of their evening because it's Friday, baby, and I don't know why you mad and why you got an attitude. So go get you some or do something to cool off. I don't know. But
Yeah, yeah, they hey, yo, Fatty, I feel like the parody. What my boy say on the commercial? Yeah, my insurance will go up the moment. $2,300. You really? Yo, I can't with these. I Fatty, I cannot. It'd be so funny with them. That's where you should have walked the hell out, Fanny, with the kids saying you just turned around and just walked the fuck out. That's where you should have did it. Yo, I'm over here getting myself preparated right now, y'all. So I got the camera off, but I will have this camera on just like briefly. Trust me.
I just want to say shout out to the one and only, the bestie from the rescue, Miss Virginia Pearson. I call her Vivi. Thank you so much for being here, Woo. I am so glad that you're here. And I want to say thank you, Vivi, for just, oh my gosh, man. If y'all need y'all a cheerleader, a hype woman, you two are Vivi in your life. Miss Virginia Pearson. This girl, oh my gosh, what can I say? I mean, where can I start? Like, Virginia is, oh my gosh, she does so much for everybody over here. She is so genuine, so supportive, so loving, and she just goes out of her way and goes the extra mile for people. And I want to just say thank you so much, Vivi. It means a lot to me, and I know how much it means to TSM as well. Well, while she's getting set up, hold on, TSM. I have a question for you. I know you don't know what the topic is going to be about, but I think I shared the video with you, and I thought that would be a great topic for us to talk about. What do you think?
Oh, okay, say that again. Say that one more time.
The video that I shared with you yesterday about a certain celebrity acted up.
If we speaking about the whole that parenting situation with the singer.
Ray J, yes,
Yeah, yeah,
Ray
yeah,
J.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. That was something to get into anyways. That definitely was something that we was gonna dabble into. First, a lot of people don't know, Fanny, they sleeping on this, right? Because a lot of people didn't even go catch um they didn't even go catch Let's Make a Star Part One. Some people just now commenting on it. They ain't even go catch it. Yeah, they ain't a lot of people ain't even go catch it. As many hours as I put into it, y'all go catch Let's Make a Star Part One. But from you the big honcho. Like you started everybody create. Like at first, TSM just we strictly I was doing the podcast. Like I had people branching off from what they was doing podcasts. You came now, everybody want to create a movie, everybody want to create some kind of film or something fancy, right? And so what I did with part two so far, I know you've seen the sneak peek. Tell me your thoughts. Like, did you see it going that angle? Because what I seen with part one, like I think it was more for me, like it was more like Disney type ish, just like to make it, just to make sure like it's strictly nothing in here that that can be harmful towards children if they watch it. And you know, when I say harmful, it could be something small as an explosion, like a tire exploding. And that's what I did with part one. But with part two, I say, yo, I want some real intense moments in this. Like I want it to feel real. What did you think about that when I sent you the link? Like, what do you think so far with what I got going on with it so far?
Honestly, I really loved um part one. I really enjoyed it. But I ain't gonna hold you. Part two, in my opinion, and just my opinion, is better than part one. Only because you get the comedy, the storyline will draw you in itself. And then when it ended, I was like, wait a minute. I'm gonna need some more of this. like like where's the rest? Hey, Uncle Bill, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for coming. And I think with part two, it really highlights the characters of the people we are highlighting. You'll see their personalities more. You'll see the comedic side more. So it's I'm looking forward to it. I just wish it was just a little bit longer.
I don't, I don't, I'm not trying to give away too much, but Fat Tony, everybody know a Fat Tony, don't they? What you think about Fat Tony? And,
Oh my
another
gosh.
question, Fanny, how smart was it to bring Sia back to part two to just be like a almost an extra in a film, kind of, saying like I was the part one superstar, now I'm here, kind of like vouching that part two about like this superstar right here is about to be signed to the same label. This is John Savada. So you got the main character from part one that's basically in part two that's vouching all over the social media internet for John Savada.
Before I answer that question, I want to say shout out to the queen. She has entered the building, Miss Paprika, the longest running TSM supporter. Shout out to you, Paprika. Thank you so much for joining us. Shout out to you, Queen. Thank you so much
Absolutely,
for being
absolutely.
here.
And shout out to Uncle Bill as well. Much respect and appreciation to you. Kiana, I see you in the building. I don't act like I see you down there. I see you down there trying to make sure I give y'all some great commentary. And I really appreciate everybody that's stepping in and tapping in for this return of the Locked In podcast. Y'all know we weren't going nowhere. It's just that sickness held us down. So, Fanny, you can answer this last question and we can get into what you got going on. Because I know you got some juicy stuff going on. And I kind of want to get into it because one thing I hate is just like a parent that seems unfit in the eye of me.
Um, well, to piggyback off your question about the film with Sia, what I loved about it is how you brought her, how she introduced John into it. I thought that was very clever in a way, a segue of how to introduce my new artist. And I just like how everybody's personality shined through the film. I like the comedy, I like the storyline, little drama. I like the fact that your character, you were more out there, you were more vocal, you were more transparent. And I think when people see it, like I said, it's I like part two better than I like part one.
So real quick,
And
let me
it,
tap in on the question on Reverb Nation. Young lady says, TSM, I've been trying to do work with you on music for quite a long time. It seems like you're pretty focused on the Sia girl. Is that because she's pretty or what? So listen, for me, right, what I'm doing right now is I'm scouting people, right? Because I'm at a point, right, to where I'm not even gonna lie no more. I'm not gonna do features with people just to try to make sure I got features with everybody. Like I'm only doing features like for free with people that's in my immediate family, like my mom, Ellen, my manager, maybe my best friend, Virginia, if she ever wanted to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the immediate family that's really been here rocking with me. But like as far as just like I understand y'all coming in and say, okay, I follow you on TikTok or whatever the case may be. You want to unfollow, that's fine. But I'm at a point now to where I'm like, I'm just trying to scout art. I'm scouting artists that's trying to become a part of TSM Entertainment. I'm not trying to just give you a verse for free and you can just go off and do whatever with it. If you want it done that way, then straight up hit my manager up. Her email is on her community wall, and we can do a business transaction. And it don't even have to be a set price. I can just give you a price based off of your budget of choosing. And so Sia is signed to me. She's actually inked in paperwork, like lawyers, moms, dads, like courts, houses, paperwork. Like this is like this ain't no joke. Like this is something that she legitimately did. And yeah, I'm gonna be. I know it's a cheat code, but hell, it's, as long as I'm here, if she need a feature from me, and she feel like she want a feature, I'm just gonna do it for her because she's one of my artists. And if if it's the same case with you, if I was scouting you and you wanted to join, and we look over paperwork, your mom get involved, and she's smart enough to actually have lawyers to go over paperwork and get all that, we can get that did. But that's for another time. So back to the regularly scheduled program.
And to add to that, before we went on our little break, we did mention that we were out searching for new talent and to hit us up on our email address. That's something that we did let people know about. And we both have been so busy with our artists and our own individual projects as well. People may or may not know I have four artists that I'm working with. Of course, everybody know I'm the manager of Mr. TSM Rapper. Also Mama Helen, also Real Mamas, and also John Sabata. And with that being said, I think people fail to realize that there's a lot of hard work that goes behind the scene to keep everybody's creative juices flowing, working on different projects. Everybody's genre of music is different. Everybody's talent is different. Miss Helen is a poet and she got some amazing things coming with her poetry. So I just want you guys to realize and understand that nobody is being ignored, nobody is being overseen. It has absolutely nothing to do with an appearance. I mean, that just threw me back with that one. So, Tis, anything you want to add?
Hey, now let's now you said it perfectly. We still scouting for talent right now, and I want to let a lot of y'all know this real quick, man. When I started out rapping as a kid, even like I can remember one time being with my dad, and he put on like this 8-track tape. Like this is when cars had 8-tracks. He put it in, and it was this kid rapping. He's cussing his tail off, but he was rapping, but he was cussing his tail off. And I looked at my dad, and he looked at me. He said, "You know who that is?" I said, "Nah." He said, "That's you." And although I didn't know how to rap at the time, I still figured that it was creative to put words together. And as long as you can put words together, you don't have to be rhythmatic. You don't have to be lyrical. You don't have to be that. That's what producers is for. Y'all think a lot of these rappers and singers now that sing right now, you think Kelly Rowland really know how to sing? I'm just being real. You think a lot of these rappers know how to sing? You think when Twister rap that fast that he really be in the studio like no, 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 no. It's called cut, clip, paste, piece together, produce a good ass track. And that's what I'm good at doing. And if y'all want to join that entertainment space where we can probably even make you a star, quote unquote YouTube star, join Fanny and I. Fanny, let's get into it. Let's get into this great episode tonight.
Well, some, I was sent um, some information about Ray J. If you don't know who Ray J is a reality star. He's also the little brother of Brandy Norwood, who mom was her manager as well as their parents both managers of career. But over the time, Ray J has been getting in a lot of situations that have really put him in a lot of hot water. Recently, he just got arrested yesterday on Thanksgiving for his situation with his estranged wife, Princess Love, and they have two beautiful children. The situation was she came over to the house to get him because she was concerned about him potentially allegedly being intoxicated or on some type of substance. And she came over to retrieve their children because there were weapons in the home, and she was concerned. And she came with her cousin, her cousin's husband, And upon entering the home, he was visibly upset about her coming to get the children. An argument ensued, words was exchanged, and Ray J allegedly, and I want to say allegedly, pulled a weapon out, and it just all went left. What are your thoughts on what I just said with the information you have? What I just said.
Um. So okay, Ken, I got you. You said you have to go, and you glad that you was able to see me and Fanny, and you might be back. So for me, it was tricky, and you know what? A lot of these celebrities it be tricky because when it comes out, it always comes out different. And like the whole weapon thing, that's a big thing. Somebody here, Ray J pulled a gun out, and his son, his daughter's there, and then they're gonna think automatically the worst of this person. And so, but that was allegedly, or he didn't point the gun at the young lady or anything like that. But I think and I never really pick sides when it comes to parenting and situations like this. But I'm 100% with Ray J on this one for the simple fact from what I saw was, and you gotta be. I've been in a situation plenty of times where there's an argument, the kids are sleeping, the kids get woken, and basically get taken from you. But in the same instance where the people that was trying to take the kids was intoxicated, and so it's like, okay, now I'm really pissed off. I'm pissed off for the fact that you even woke the kids up. That's number one. Number two is now you trying to use them against me by taking them. That's two. Three, you got a whole nother man in my not in my house, in my bedroom, picking my child up off the bed. That's a no-no. At that point, I feel like my life and my child life is at risk. And if I do have a firearm that's legally obtained, I will withdraw that firearm and not directly pointed at somebody, but just for a safety precaution. And that's a whole scary situation right there. That's just like for me, it's like and I heard the mom come out and say what she got to say, and it's just still no justice. There ain't no way, and any parent's right state of mind. It's just like me. If I'm with my children's mom and I know I'm intoxicated or high or whatever the case may be, when we get into it, I'm not about to wake the kids up to come with me. What's the purpose of doing that? I'm just trying to figure out what is the purpose. Do she feel like her children are at fear? And the most messed up part about this, Fanny, is this isn't a dad that don't want to. You know how many celebrity dads that don't want to be with their kids? And it's what's the young lady name? Tiger's baby mama. What's Tiger's wife name? One of the Kardashians. Ain't she? They going off on these baby daddies now, saying, "Yo, y'all favorite rappers ain't nothing. They left me with this baby. It left me." And so it's so many dads that don't even want nothing to do with their kids, and for this one to be fighting to keep his kid in that house, and that mom still was and the mindset to call the police, it's just all bad for me. Ain't no way to clean that up. I don't even know how you could recover for something like that. And anybody, and y'all have y'all opinions, but anybody that's taking sides with that lady, I don't know what to say to you. I really don't. That's the most hurtful thing you could do to a dad. We don't care about that. You could slap us, call us whatever you call us in front of other females, embarrass us, say we dookied on the bed in front of our mama, whatever you got to say. But don't ever take our child away from us as if you have that power to say this is mine. I can take it away from you when I want to just to hurt you. Help me out.
Um, I know what that feels like because I mean,
Hey Lisa, thank you.
children children are used as pawns all the time to hurt the non-custodial parent, and unfortunately, I feel like when children are used as pawns, it does a lot of more damage to the child than it does the parent. Not to say that the parent isn't hurting, but I feel like it's another form of abuse because you're allowing your own personal feelings towards not only the non-custodial parent, but also the child, because the child will get their energy off the parent who physically has custody of them. And it's very, very difficult because we don't know their situation. I just know Ray J has had issues not only with his estranged wife, but also his parents and his sister. And it's been allegedly, and I want to stress allegedly, that it's been some mental health
Put it
issues
on the table.
regarding him, and it's been alleged that it has been many substances involved. And let's be honest, how many times have we seen Ray J go off and say things that you're just like, wait a minute, whoa, like, are
But
you
see, let me
good,
stop
bro?
you right there, Fanny. Let me stop you right there. I've seen that. And I was thinking too, I'm like, yo, I grew up. I'm one of them people that grew up on Ray J. Wait a minute, ain't that Brandy's brother? You know what I'm saying, right? So I've seen it, but then I got to seeing like him. Like I got to seeing Ray J like and on these interviews for real. Like not on none of these YouTube platforms, like interviews for real. And I think a lot of that is foreplay for the cameras. I really do. And that's how they get wrapped up and being deemed as psychological or mentally unfit or it's a lot of instances of that where people will act out in various ways just to gain momentum or the upper advantage or just things in that such instance. I've seen it. Like I've seen my homies do it. And I think that's what it is with Ray J. But the scary part about this though, Fanny, is that if she can do this, it's moms that do this, right? This is a small instance. What if it was something deeper? I know moms that have lied on their dads of daughters and sons that said they didn't did horrible things to their children. And so I feel like if a mom will be this low to do something like this, what this mom did to Ray J, what's to stop her from being one of those moms that will ultimately say something crazy like this? Like what I can't say here on YouTube.
I think both mothers and fathers do that equally, especially when there's a difference of opinion or disagreements, and those people are no longer together, or they're working through some separation issues. And I think, like I initially said, it does more harm to the child because children, parents need to realize more than anything in this world that children need both of their parents. They need their mother and their fathers. Daughters need their fathers, and son needs their mothers. And I think a lot of people, their emotions get so heightened that they tend to forget that, and they use their children as pawns to cause division. And it does a lot more damage in the long run. You know how many little girls that you see who think using their bodies as a way to attract men, and that's because their fathers wasn't there to pour into them. And how many young men are angry or bitter or hostile towards women and only look at women in a certain way because their moms wasn't there. And when I say wasn't there, it could also be she was in a home but she wasn't mentally there, or she was absent, she wasn't in a home, period. So I just think a lot of people need to take the time and realize that as parents, it's our due diligence to make sure that our children are taken care of mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. It's just not always a financial thing because I'm an only child, and my mother always took care of me financially, but everything else I didn't get. You know what I'm saying? And I learned a lot from my grandmother, and I think a lot you could tell, um being a woman, I could tell how another young lady was being raised by her actions, by the way she moves, the way she conducts herself, and how she interacts with opposite sex, and how she operates with other women. And I just think it's so unfortunate that as parents, we have a responsibility to build our children up, because if you don't, you're leaving a generation of torn women, torn young boys who grow up to be toxic men and angry men. And I just think that with the situation with Ray J and Princess Love, it's so many layers that nobody really knows what's going on. And for him to not be estranged from his sister, his wife, his parents, I think that's something that they need to work out, and it shouldn't be brought to social media because once you bring something to social media, you leave the door open
That's the
for
problem. That's
opinions.
one of the issues, though. When you become somebody on social media, your family be the biggest part to have something to do with trying to bring you down on social media because they know for a fact he has this following or everybody thinks he's this mythical god. They be so quick, and it's the people that supposed to love you, not the people that's just BSing out on the YouTube streets. So it's hard, it's difficult for somebody to say that to somebody that's somebody on the internet, because when you somebody on the internet, that's the first thing people want to use against you. What they're gonna say? He's broke. They can't say that. What else they gonna say? You know what I'm saying? They gonna tell family secrets. They're gonna try to tell stuff that people don't know, and so that's the difficult part too. That's why you got to be careful when you building a name for yourself when you become somebody, because that same name that you build, people try to use to tear you down so quick.
And I think too, you got to be careful who you have in your circle as well, because it's a lot of people who want to connect with you just to get what you have. I've seen it so many times in a short period of time that people will attach themselves to certain people, and once they get what they want from them, they move on to the next one, and to the next one, and to the next one, and to the next one. And I think people need to realize that self-respect, dignity, loyalty, it matters. It matters whether you are parenting, working together, grandparents, siblings, whoever. I think people lose sight of that because they want so bad and so desperately to be on top. My grandmother used to always say, I never want to be in anybody else's position because I don't know what shoes they had to wear to get to that journey. Because everybody's journey is different. Everybody's journey is different. You may see TSM like, oh, you might see the nice things, but you don't know the journey he took to get here. You don't know the ups and downs, the twists and turns, the long nights, the tears, the aches, the pains. You don't know that. So you can never say, oh, I want to be just like him. No, you don't. You might want to get wisdom and knowledge from him, but do you want to be like him? No, you don't, because his journey was totally different than what my journey is, and vice versa. And I think a lot of people have to understand that, I know this man personally. I know him very, very well. And I think a lot of people tend to look like I just click on here and be like, okay, TSM, we work together. See you later. Catch you next week. No, you know what I'm saying? Like we have a bond that can never be broken. And we bonded by many, many things. And people who know us, people who are family, people that know us on a personal level, know the ties that bind us. And it's not social media. It's not social media at all. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. So, and I think like, oh, they be like, oh, Fanny, you doing too much. I'm gonna protect him from whoever, however, whenever, and I protect him from himself. And I just think that it's just been a journey. And I just want you to know, to you already know I got your back. Like my sister always say, like two flats, four flats on the Cadillac. So I just think that people just really need to understand that when you're seeing somebody crash out on social media, it's a lot more deeper. It's a lot more deeper than what you see, because social media only gonna show you so much. And I think a lot of people don't understand and be so quick to judge other people because you really, really don't know what that person might be going through. We don't know what Ray J been through. We don't know. We only know what we've seen. We only know what we've been told from watching different social media platforms. So with that, TSN, what do you agree or disagree with what I've just said?
I mean, I just stick by what I said. Um, I feel like she was wrong. Nobody should use a child against their parent, and that clearly was using a child against their parent. There's no reason to wake a child that's already sleeping in their comfort or peace to a world of violence that's already being erupted around them. And so it's just a lot, a hot mess. In closing, I do want to say shout out to John Savata. He sent me this song, and I think he said, yo, I want to do a shorts to this song. I don't know what to do. He was asking me for advice and etc. And he was like, this song bumps. He told me like this song bumps, it hit. And he was like, but you know what? I listen to your songs, man, and I'm glad you do the music you do because every time I listen to your songs, I have fun. He said, I find myself in a joyful, fun moment. He says, you got hype rappers. You have rappers that when you need to get hyper, you go listen to them. He says, you have rappers, singers. You need to listen to singers. When you need to feel passionate about something, you go listen to you some Jodeci or something. And he said, but when you want to have fun, you go listen to TSM. And that right there did it for me because I always overthink my music a lot. Like, yo, am I doing too many melodies? Do I need to turn it back up? And this was just confirmation for that. And also wanted to say I appreciate you, Fanny, for absolutely being my manager for so freaking long. Not only a manager, but family, a bonded love, man, and everything, man. And absolutely means a lot. I know we like bump heads so freaking much, and it's crazy. I think that's what got us close as we did because a lot of people I bump heads with I ran away from or they ran away from me. You know what I'm saying? And I think what kind of keep us on that same collision is that we both Scorpios and we just kind of relate to the same exact damn thing. You know what I'm saying? And so I really appreciate you for that. I want to thank everybody for just being here tonight. It really meant a lot. Lisa, I see you in the building, sis. Thank you so much for coming through. I think I did an intro for you before too in the past. I did. Somebody was asking me about that as well. That's like, what happened to the intro songs? Ain't nothing happened to the intro songs. I just damn near did an intro song for everybody I know. I got to get to meeting new people, get in the atmosphere, and just meet a lot of new YouTubers and faces. But right now, I'm on a strategic plan, people. It's to grow to YouTube. I'm at 10K here. Then I'm gonna turn up on what is it, Fanny? Snap or what's the second one? TikTok. Then Snap, then so forth. And so I come back to YouTube, meet a litany of new people. But right now I'm gonna focus on the community that's been tapping in right now and showing love and support. And so do you have anything you want to say in closing?
Yes, I just want to say for everybody who's interested in, showing us your talent, hit us up in our emails. Hit us up. Let us know what you got to offer. Show us whether you write, whether you produce, whether you edit, whether you sing, whether you play an instrument, whether you write poetry, whatever it is may be. Don't be afraid to hit us up on our socials. You can comment on one of my videos, one of the TSM videos. It's like, hey, I'm interested in auditioning for you guys, but you have to let us know that. You have to let us know that. So, with that being said, I want to say shout out once again to our tonight's sponsor, Millie Moon Diapers, for our luxury diaper needs, for our wigger, waddlers, and our amazing toddlers. Go get your Millie Moon diapers and use the promo code YOLEAKS and you will get your 15% off your mini moon diapers. And also, I want to say shout out to Reverb Nation, the Cloud Watchers, the Replay Gang, and all the beautiful people in the chat. Thank you so much, TSM. I'm glad to see that you're doing better, feeling better, sounding better, and looking well as yourself. So, do you have anything else you want to say before we close out?
For sure. I want to close out with the new segment. We're gonna close out with the end of 60 seconds of wake your punk ass up. And so I want y'all to wake up in the world to make sure that y'all taking care of your health. Don't end up like me, like in the hospital a week because you just been not keeping up with your health as you supposed to. So be sure to wake your punk ass up, take care of your health, and get the crush out your eyes. Next time y'all gonna hear the wake your punk ass up from the co-host, man. We'll see y'all later. Make sure y'all tap back in and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribing. Comment on this live stream, man.